Ndugu zangu, nimeamua kutumia jukwaa hili leo kushukuru na kupongeza kwa kumaliza uchaguzi, kuhimiza umoja na mshikamano wa kitaifa na kusisitiza kwamba Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania kama taifa ni muhimu zaidi kuliko matakwa binafsi ya mtu yoyote.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your greatest support. Now, as we speak right now, Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan, that is the president-elect of Tanzania, has been sworn in a military camp without the 98% of the people that voted for her. That is roughly around 31 million people who voted for her and have not attended her swearing in.
uchaguzi wa rais. Sehemu zenu jipange.
Majority of people that attended her swearing in are the 17 candidates that were competing against her, and she has actually told them that they've really tried their level best, but they should try another time, not this time, because everybody has got the time to win and to lose. But that is not our interest, fellow Kenyans or Africa, because I've seen even the African Union congratulating Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan on her winning the election by 98%. So my question has been this, and I think I asked this question in the previous video. If you're not watched, you can go and watch it. That if 98% of the people voted for you, that is roughly 31 million, because Tanzanian population of the registered people, the registered voters, according to the INEC, that is the body that stood for the elections and for the elections in Tanzania, recorded that there were 32 million people that registered as voters. So if you calculate, that is roughly 98% goes to 31 million. So the 31 million people that voted, that loved Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan and voted for her, why didn't they attend her inauguration or swearing in? What was the fear? Why is it that she decided to go and be sworn in a military camp, and only the few people that maybe she wanted to attend her swearing in attended? William Samoei Ruto, the president of the Republic of Kenya, was very wise and is very wise, and he decided to send his deputy president, that is Kithure Kindiki. So Kithure Kindiki is among the people that attended Samia Suluhu Hassan's inauguration. And I said here in the previous video that most likely, not even most likely, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and William Samoei Ruto are going to congratulate Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan on her being the president, winning the election in Tanzania. So the question is it really winning the election, or just one of the ways of manipulation and making people, force people to deal with her? What was her intention? That is the question. But fellow Kenyans, that aside, because of course we've seen what has happened. She has been sworn in right now. She is the president of Tanzania. Of course, this is what she is saying after being sworn in, that chomeni kila kitu lakini mjue ni nyinyi mtaumia. Hata majirani zenu hawachomi hivyo. Ajabu mnatokea hadi usiku kama hamuogopi giza. Basi muogopeni Mungu. One of you guys have asked me this question, and I really saw this question coming, by the way. That can the ICC stop what is happening in Tanzania? Because it's like a genocide. Because you know the action, everything that is happening in Tanzania is like a genocide, genocidal thing. It's like genocide. So one of you guys asked me that, Boni, can ICC stop genocide that is happening in Tanzania? Because what is happening in Tanzania is really something that a strong body really needs to come in and try to find a way maybe of solving, if not directly but indirectly, or maybe find a way of dealing with it. So I've done my little research, and this is one of the things that I found out. Now I want us to start by understanding what genocide is. Now this is what genocide is. Genocide is one of the most serious crimes known to humanity. First, it deliberate attempts to destroy people on it's a deliberate way of stopping people or destroying people or a group of people based on their ethnicity, race, religion, or nationality. To prevent and punish such act, the world established the International Criminal Court, or the ICC, through the Rome's status in 2002. I want us to go slowly by slowly. But now, I want us to look at what the ICC can do about genocide and how the process works step by step, and whether the same can happen in Tanzania or not. Number one, The ICC's mandate on genocide. I want us to start by looking at the ICC's mandate on genocide. The ICC was created to handle 4 major international crimes. Crime number 1 that was created for the ICC to handle, number 1 is genocide. Number 2 is crimes against humanity. Number 3, war crimes. And the last one is aggression. So when it comes to genocide, the ICC's role is to investigate, prosecute, and punish individuals, not countries, who are most responsible for planning or committing genocidal act. Now, this includes political leaders, military commanders, and anyone who orders or encourages actions meant to destroy people. Number 2, how a genocide case reaches ICC. And I think now this is where I want all of us to open our eyes, open our ears, and understand whether the ICC is going to involve itself in this case of Tanzania or not. Now, this is how the genocide case reaches ICC. A genocide case can reach the ICC through main ways. The first way that a genocide case can reach ICC is when a country itself refers itself. Now, for example, if a government admits it cannot handle a serious case, and now here, I want us to ask ourselves, do you really think that Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan can refer herself to the ICC? Do you really think that, okay, the government of Tanzania, who is the government of Tanzania as we speak right now, because she has been sworn in, Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan, is she the person that caused all these things to happen? Yes. Can she decide to take herself to ICC? No. Number 2, the ICC prosecutor acts dependently. In other words, it is called a prior motu, whereby it only gets permission with from the ICC judge. So if the judges decide, or if the judges gives permission to prosecutors to continue with such an act, it's very easy for them. The last one is the United Nations Security Council, which refers a situation to ICC, which can include countries that are not ICC members. But in this case, the question that we need to ask ourselves is Tanzania an ICC member? Yes. Because for Tanzania, Tanzania is a member of ICC, having ratified the Rome Statute in 2002. That means crimes that have been committed in Tanzania, especially these ones that have just happened right now, when more than 1,000 plus people have been killed or have died because of the demonstration trying to reject the rule, the forcefully election and rule that Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan has been doing. It's very easy that the ICC can involve themselves in it. But I want us to look at the investigation processes. Once the ICC opens an investigation, the prosecutors and their team, number 1, they collect the witness statement and testimonies, whereby in this case, I know that in Tanzania there are a lot of witnesses. There are a lot of witness statements. There are a lot of testimonies, which can really make this thing go smooth and can make this thing work. Number 2, they analyze videos, photos, satellite images, and documents. Or in fact, in this case, there is no need of analyzing the documents, because the videos are there. The videos are there that are showing how people have been killed. Even the military themselves are expressing themselves. They are saying their stand. They are showing how they are killing people on behalf or in favor of Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan. So these are the kind of people that are supposed to be taken in for questioning, because they are the military. It is a military body. It's supposed to stand firm. It's supposed to make sure that there is peace even during the demonstrations. But they're the people that are encouraging such an act to happen. The third thing is working with the NGOs, journalists, and sometimes local authorities. I don't know whether the local authorities can accept to work with the ICC prosecutors. I really don't know whether the NGOs, the non-governmental organizations in Tanzania, can accept to work with the ICC prosecutors to make sure that the evidence reaches the ICC or not. I don't know, but I don't think if maybe there is, and maybe they can work with them. I don't know. The last one is. And this one is the most important. This one is the most importantly, trying to prove intent, whereby the suspect meant to destroy a group or people, not just harm individuals. Now, I want us to look at this. Intent is the most important and the key word in this last statement, because I've said that there's the need of trying to prove intent. Now, what is an intent, first of all? We have to understand without proof of genocide intent, the ICC cannot label a crime as genocide. Like, it could still be prosecuted as a crime against humanity, but that's a different category. The last one, or the fourth one, is the issue, the arrest and cooperation. We have to understand that if the ICC finds enough evidence, it can issue an arrest warrant. However, the ICC does not have its own police. It only depends on member states to arrest suspects and hand them over to The Hague, where the court is located. A good example is Sudan's former president Omar al-Bashir, who was indicted for genocide in Darfur but avoided arrest for years because some countries refused to hand him over. This shows both the power and the limits of the ICC. Okay, this one gives us another clear picture here. The ICC itself has got no police officers. So it only depends on the member states for arrest. In this case, I've realized that majority of African leaders are in support of Mama Suluhu Hassan. Why? If you try to look at Kenya, Uganda, why are they on Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan's side? Because they also know very well that this is the direction that their countries might take during the elections. If you've been watching the videos that I've been doing here, the past videos, I talked about this and I said that right now this case is on Tanzanians. Like right now, Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan is drinking the cup. The cup is in his hand, and right now she's the one that is drinking this blood. That is 2025. Next year, 2026, it will be on Yoweri Kaguta Museveni's hands. In 2027, it will be on William Ruto. So it is a consequential thing. It happened here, it's going to happen there, and then it will happen. So that is why all these three presidents must be on the same side. They must support each other, because if one fails to support the other, then if something happens, then the person that failed to support the other will rise against the other person. It is a two-way traffic. Support me, I support you. Fail to support me, I'll fail to support you. And that is why they are working so much hand in hand to make sure that they support each other. The fifth one. And in fact, before we go to the trial process, I'm just showing you how this thing, how ICC works. How someone is normally being arrested, his case or her case is taken to ICC up to the last minute when now the person is prosecuted and now found guilty or not guilty. The reasons why we are talking about these countries not supporting the ICC case on Samia Suluhu Hassan, and I've told you that ICC have got no police officers. They depend on the member state. Now, if the member states, if Kenya and Tanzania automatically now are supporting Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan, and then ICC comes and says that, okay, why can't we have a meeting to discuss on how Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan can be arrested? Do you really think that William Ruto and Yoweri Kaguta Museveni would support Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan's arrest? My answer and my expectation is no. The trial process. Once a suspect is brought to Hague, of course, we saw this during the time that Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto, Joshua Rapsang were taken to ICC. This is what happens once somebody is taken to ICC. That is Hague. Number one, the ICC holds a public trial before the professional judge. Number two, both the prosecutions and defense present their evidence. Number 3, witnesses are questioned and victims may share their own experience. But if the judge finds the accused guilty beyond reasonable doubt, the court can sentence them up to life imprisonment. Or if not, they are acquitted and released. That, like, you remember the case of William Ruto was acquitted and released. But the ICC also focuses on victims' participation and reparation, meaning survivors can get symbolic or financial compensation and their stories are officially recognized. So my question is this. In this Tanzanian case, I think it's more than genocide, because how many people have died? How many people have died? A lot of people. So after listening to all those statements, the process and all that, how it happens, now the big question is, could this happen in Tanzania? The answer is yes. But this one can only happen in Tanzania if genocide or if similar crime occurred in Tanzania. This is how the ICC is going to involve itself. Number 1, because Tanzania is an ICC member, the court already has jurisdiction there. However, it will only act if Tanzanian courts fail or refuse to handle the case. This is known as principle of complementary. Understood? Principle of complementary. The ICC is a court of last resort. And as we know very well that Tanzania has got no court that can handle this case. If the issue of trying to prevent of going against the election or accusing the INEC, the electoral body, is against Tanzania's constitution. So what about this one? No. In fact, no court in Tanzania can try to go against Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan. Because what would you say? What would you do? Okay, utasema nini? Ndo swali. What are you going to say? Sometimes ICC faces challenges like some countries refuse to cooperate with arrest. Politics sometimes influence decisions, especially through the UN Security Council. Investigations are expensive and takes many years. And lastly, some regions, the ICC is accused of focusing too much on African cases, raising questions about fairness. Of course, we have to accept that ICC has never helped African cases in any way. Hakuna, hawajaisaidia. But I want us to conclude by saying this, that the ICC was built to ensure that crime like genocide never go unpunished. While it has its limit, no political pressure and slow trials is still represented as global commitment or justice. In genocide if genocide like it has happened in Tanzania, because now what has happened in Tanzania we call genocide. So like in Tanzania right now, ICC can investigate and prosecute those responsible, like Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan and her surrounding, the military people, personnel and all that. But only if Tanzania will fail to deliver justice. Of course, they are not going to deliver justice. People are going to continue dying. Watu bado wanaenda kuzidi kufa. Kama leo ndio siku ya inauguration, lakini unakuja unapata kwamba hakuna mtu ambaye alialikwa, hakuna mwananchi yote ambaye alienda kwa inauguration ya rais. So tell me, how are you going to solve all these problems? How are you going to handle all these problems? After all, guys, that is just my thought, and actually that is what I had for this moment. And I would like you to tell me what you think at the comment section, because as it stands right now, the ICC is being watched. Now, when the ICC is being watched by everybody, it's upon Tanzania also to take action. Remember, in Kenya during the 2007-2008 post-election violence, Raila Odinga and his team are the ones that took the case to ICC. So I really don't know whether Tundu Lissu is going to do that or is just going to keep quiet, because at the end of the day he's safe. But if he does, then we really expect a lot of change. We really expect to see a different face in Africa. Tell me what you think, and please don't forget to tell me where exactly you're watching this video from. And most likely, please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, so that any moment there is a video that has been uploaded, it will be very easy for you to get it wherever you are. Let us meet in the next video.